Everyone, Garrett here today with Terry. We're going to be taking a look at the new Blue Wave Selvedge from Naked and Famous Denim. But before we get into it, do me a big favor, hit that like button, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. All right, Terry, what are we looking at here?
All right, so we have here the Blue Wave Selvedge. So the Blue Wave Selvedge is a 12.5-ounce selvedge denim that has a special characteristic to it, and that one is rinse washing.
I noticed a trend. Anything that has kind of like an ocean theme seems to be rinse washed. Or sorry, not rinse wash, fabric washed.
Yes, that's absolutely a nomenclature scheme that we keep throughout all of our jeans here at Naked and Famous, and it's true for this one as well. So the Blue Wave, imagine the fabric receiving that blue wave of water when it gets washed.
So what's the difference between a fabric wash and say like a once wash or a garment wash?
All right, this is a very good question. So fabric wash, you don't see very often in the denim world. More often than not, a pair of jeans will be completely assembled and then they'll be thrown into an industrial washer. This is called like a garment wash. So where the whole jean itself gets washed, it comes out, it looks a little faded, and you'll see a little puckering along all the sewing lines where the fabric was like trying to shrink but couldn't because it got constrained by those stitches. So when you do a fabric wash, you kind of go one step earlier. You go to the loom, you have the big rolls of fabric coming off the mill. Those rolls of fabric themselves will go into the washer, it'll get washed. It'll lose this kind of starch that it gets from the mill. It'll soften up a little bit there. A little bit of color be lost there, and the fibers kind of like relax a little bit, get a bit hairier. And then if you make the garments from that washed fabric, you have the Blue Wave over here.
So it's sand fried first. Well, first they mill the fabric, they weave the fabric, sand fries, then it goes into that washing process, then it's cut and sewn. So you end up with this very soft, very drapey, nicely plumped up fabric. That's, I think, the best way to describe it. It feels very plump. It feels, you know, it feels soft. It feels hairy.
Great. Yeah, it feels
nice.
Great. Yeah. So we were filming this video, and I was just touching the jeans a lot there, and I just didn't want to let go of them. It's kind of the feeling there. You just kind of want to keep that in your hand. It feels very nice against the skin.
Yeah. So Terry, he mentioned that, you know, other places will do industrial washes, and what you'll end up seeing is that puckering on the edge. Usually when they do that, they're also trying to fade the jeans. But with the fabric wash on these, it's a very light fabric wash. So we're not trying to get rid of any of the indigo or kind of wash that away. It's to keep it in its rawest, purest form. So you're still gonna get a great fade on these jeans. I wouldn't say it's gonna affect the fade in any way in terms of the indigo loss. The only way I think that it may affect the fading characteristics is in the fact that it is less starchy. So if you're one of those people that likes to get a pair of jeans and not wash them for the first 6 months and keep that starch in there, it's gonna help create more defined, crispier creases. And with these, you won't have that. It's more drapey out of the box. It's very soft. So you're gonna get kind of more of a vintage fade, slightly less defined creases. Of course, you're still gonna get great fades. There's still gonna be creases and all those lines and everything, but it's just not gonna be those super sharp, crispy fades that you get with something that has a lot of starch in it.
Yeah, and you won't have to be worried about that first wash either because that's already taken care of. So wash away with these jeans, enjoy the comfort straight out of the box.
All right, so I think we should get into the details. First of all, the fabric is, of course, that classic indigo by white. So we have white on the weft there on the inside. Looking at the back, we can see this nice brown leather patch. It is pass-through, so you can put your belt through there. You don't have to cover up the logo, which is always nice, but it's pretty thick, pretty substantial, great leather patch, and this one's chrome tan, so it's gonna be pretty heavy duty and stand up to the washing. Next, flipping over to the inside, we have the beautiful antique copper hardware, Naked and Famous Denim branded YKK, of course, as always. And what's this say here on the rivets, Terry?
So right here, these are our special rivets that YKK makes just for us, and it says over there in French, "Je t'adore tout nu," which means "I love you all naked."
Very fun. We have opening up button fly here. So we're button fly lovers here. Better for reliability, just as fast taking on and off. And then moving down to the cuff, we have that classic white, red, white Selvedge ID here. So again, that classic look. It's a really classic jean in general. Got the blue by white, the red line. Overall, I think it's a great pair for kind of anyone, whether you're getting into denim or you're kind of someone who's been around the block a few times. It's just a really nice soft pair, 0 break-in time. Put them on, you're ready to go.
Yeah.
And it's gonna look a little bit cleaner, I think, over time because there isn't as much puckering along the seam. So it's a little bit of a like cleaner, more, dare I say, dressy.
A little dressy, a bit more formal there. It's going to follow your body shape a little bit better because it's not like folding it like the cardboard jeans you might be used to. This has a little bit more of that drape. It'll follow your leg very nicely.
So because this is so soft and it is, you know, so plump and got that little hair, I think we should do a little scratch test just so you can hear how soft it is. So I'm going to get close to the mic.
Yeah, that is so soft.
Very soft. Terry, what is this going to be available in terms of fits?
Okay, so in terms of fits, this is going to come in our classic super weird, easy, and true guy fits, along with the jacket. And also for this fabric, we're going to be introducing the classic and arrow fits for this as well. So we got a little something for everyone here. This one's going to be a crowd pleaser. I imagine this is the jean, the every person's jean over here. It has like, it's comfy, it's easy to wear, it's still super raw, it's all cotton, and it's lovely.
Yeah, I don't think you can really go wrong with this, and there is truly something for everybody in terms of the fits.
Yeah, that's great.
Cool. So if I want to pick up one of these, Terry, where can I find how to do that?
Absolutely. So you can take a look in the description below the video there. You'll see a full list of our international retailers. And yeah, click there and you will find where to buy a pair of jeans closest and best for you.
Awesome. Well, I think that's going to do it for today. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, I want to thank you. And please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye-bye.